You see this book that I am holding in my hand? You see this book that I am holding in my hands? The Courage to be Disliked. Some of you need this book. Some of you really need this book because you are in bondage. This obsessive need that you have for people to like you, for people to approve of you. I mean, I get it. There's no harm in wanting to be liked, right? Everybody wants to be approved of. Everybody wants people to clap for them. And there's really no harm in that, or is there?
One look and I breathe.
I mean, liking is a natural thing. Nobody likes to be hated. Or maybe some people do. You know those annoying Twitter keypad warriors? I think they get a kick out of being hated. But besides the abnormal people, I mean, all of us, on some level, we want to be accepted. We want to be loved. However, the problem is not with being liked. The problem is with living for people's approval. There are people that genuinely believe that they are nice people. They think that they are peaceful. They are nice just because they don't like to get on anybody's bad side. You know those people that everything goes, you say this thing to them, they're like, yes, okay, even when they don't agree. Then they'll go to another person and everything the person says or does is yes, okay. But what they are actually being is being two-faced. Like those people who stand for nothing. You can have a conflict with somebody and you're expecting this person to support you because as far as you're concerned, your grievance is justified. And you expect this person to see your point of view and agree with you. And they do agree with you, except that they are not agreeing with you because they see your point of view. They are agreeing with you because they don't want conflict. They don't want wahala with anybody. Those people stand for nothing. I genuinely detest people like that. Like, stand for something, fam. Stand for something, man, please. Those people, they carry on with life thinking that they are peace-loving people, they are nice people, they are this, they are that. But meanwhile, subconsciously, they are seeking for people's approval. They don't want to get on anybody's bad side. They don't want to be in anybody's bad book. So whatever people do to them or around them, no matter how much it hurts them, no matter how much they disagree with it, they're just like, okay. You do not have to live that way, okay? You do not have to live that way. You do not have to become what everybody wants you to become in order to keep the peace. You do not have to shape your life based on what you think people will respect. You don't need everybody's respect. Trust me, you do not need everybody's respect because at the end of that popularity chase, you're going to be lonely, very lonely. The problem with curating an image for people to like or respect is that at the end of the day, that's not the real you. The real you is buried inside, beneath this person. And you're going to end up not liking who you really are because that's not the person that people like or respect. Approval is very expensive. Approval is very expensive. It costs time, it costs energy, it costs attention. Every day you are scrolling Instagram, you're comparing yourself to this person, to that person. You're watching TED Talks, you're watching movies, you're watching everything. Not for the entertainment purposes, not for the educative purposes. You're watching and comparing and thinking, what are people liking today? People pleasing is the world's worst distraction. You don't want to be stuck there. I've seen people buy or do things that they do not need and cannot afford in order to please people, in order for people to like them. Trust me, I've been there before. Back when I gave a fuck. Like, there was this time that I attended a wedding that I could not afford to attend in that moment because I didn't want to be seen as a bad person. Because at that moment, the only thing I was thinking is, if I don't pay this money and go for this wedding, they're going to say I'm jealous. They're going to say because I did not see anybody to marry me. That's why I refused to come. And I did it at great cost to myself. And it hurts me when I see people still making this mistake. Maybe your friend has a wedding somewhere that is very far away from you. You have to pay for flights. You have to buy a swebi. You have to go and turn up. You have to spray money. Otherwise, they will call you a cheapskate. Because you just feel some type of way when other people are there jumping and dancing and jubilating and contributing big amount of money. And then you feel left out. You feel, if I don't contribute, they're going to say this one, they're going to say that one. Oh, this person will not like me. The bride will not like me again. The groom will not like you again. And then you put yourself in a very compromising situation because you want to be liked and approved. every other day, I see women making this mistake. People are buying designer labels just to fit in with the group. You don't want to be the odd one out. You don't want to be the only one left out. People are getting into debt to fund trips in order to not be left out, in order to feel among, just so that the group can like them and approve of them. It's like, and I understand the pressure. I do understand the pressure. Imagine that you are in a friend group of 5 people or 6 people, and every time they're talking about this one, they're talking about that one, and every time they bring this one, you tell yourself and you tell them, I cannot afford this one, I cannot do this one, I cannot do this one, I cannot. It gets to a point, it gets to a point where you start to feel and think, every time they bring something up, I'm the only one that's always saying, I cannot do it, I cannot do it. I don't want to be a boss kill, so you give in and do it anyway. And this is not just on a material front, don't get me wrong. It's not only material. Sometimes the things that the group are planning really do not sit right in your spirit. Sometimes the things that are going on, the things that they are planning, do not sit right in your spirit. Sometimes your upbringing does not agree with it. Your religious values do not agree with them. Your family values do not agree with them. But you do not want to be a boss kill. Every time it's you that is always, that you are the killjoy. So you no longer want to be the killjoy for the purpose of approval. And so you just give in. This happens professionally as well. You know that time when you keep quiet in meetings because you do not want to offend anybody? Maybe you're always the person in your office or in your workplace to spot the problem and object. So it gets to a point where you just stop objecting and contributing and just keep quiet in order to keep the peace. And I get it. I really get it. The reason that people do this is fear. Fear of conflict, fear of rejection, fear of not being enough, fear of being too much. And it's not just a Nigerian thing, it's a human condition. Nigeria just adds a cultural spice to it. In Nigeria, we were taught to respect our elders, even when these elders don't respect us or themselves. We were taught to smile and not complain, even at gossip. They just tell us to pretend we didn't hear it. It's a survival instinct that has turned into a prison. But here's the good news. You can fix it. There's hope. You can fix it. Just build your identity first and start saying no. I get it that you can't just wake up and stop giving a fuck. You cannot just wake up and say, today I don't give a fuck. You can actually, but it's not that easy, right? But thankfully, there are resources that can help you. And one of those resources, go buy this book. You cannot live your life auditioning for Nigerians. They're not good people and they're not worth it. They're just not worth it. Stand up. Stand up.